Hey there, this is Andrew with the Reach Company. In this first tutorial, we're going to be going over the dashboard area and the toolbar up top. So we'll start here. Up here at the top, you'll find that you have a toolbar with several options. This right here will take you to the back end. As will clicking on dashboard, this little comment section lets you moderate comments on your blog post. This little new area lets you quickly make a new post, add a new picture, page, event, or a user if you have that capability. If I wanted to edit the back end of the page and maybe change out the featured image, update the page description, things like that, I would click Edit Page. Clear the cache. Every time I make changes, I like to clear the cache. The cache is basically a saved version of a website page that your browser uses, and sometimes you'll notice that changes might not update automatically, and that's usually solved easily by clicking Clear Cache. And if I click Page Builder, it will bring up the page builder that we use to build out the pages. And of course, there'll be another tutorial that goes through how to work with the page builder to make changes. Now we're going to go to the back end of our dashboard by clicking right here. And this is going to pull up our welcome dashboard. I've provided a little welcome area right here that lets you quickly go to create a post, add event, or update your 10,000 Reasons statistics. There will be tutorials for each of those. And if I scroll down, there's a few quick little things. The first time I log in, I like to move these around. Obviously, when you get your site it'll have analytics turned on and all that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go through each of these quickly. And the first is we're here at home. We're going to go to site-wide content. So you have some statistics that are updated all through the site. The main one is the grant totals. And so instead of having to update every place that it says such and such dollars every time, every season, you come here, you update that number once, and it populates all throughout the site. Next is make a post. And so from here, you can see you have options for the grant years, post purpose. We'll get to that. And then you can manage your comments here as well. If I click on make a post, it brings up a list of all the posts that we currently have. And this is a little overwhelming, I understand. And so what I like to do is I like to hide some of the stuff that I don't need to see when I see a list of all the posts. So what I'm going to do is click on screen options. I don't need to worry about the comments or the date or the analytics. I don't need to worry about seeing tags here. And as you can see, just clicking off of those few things clean this up a lot. And so then I'm going to click apply. And of course, there'll be another tutorial on how to add a new post. We'll go through adding new grant recipients. We'll go through adding newsletters, and we'll go through adding stories. Next is events, and this brings up a list of all the current events, current and past actually. And you'll see the same thing here. We want to clean that up our first time in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of analytics, comments, tags, and I don't really need to see event categories here for you guys either. And so I'm going to leave the title. I don't need to see the author of an event. And so I want to see the title, how many people are attending, if it has RSVP capability, and the start and end dates. And I'm going to click apply. And there will be a tutorial on how to create, add, and manage your events. Next is we have forms, and if I click on forms, this will bring up a list of the forms that we're using on the site. On this site, we're using a contact form, an email capture for people to sign up for your MailChimp, and a partnership form for people to make their pledges and to donate. Over here, you'll see entries, and so let's do email capture entries. And this shows you how many people have filled out a form. I tested the email capture form, so it shows my first and last name and my email address. And you can export these forms to use in like a Google Doc to track your pledges, things of that nature. And there'll be a tutorial that goes over how to work with those forms and how to determine where they go to if you need to change it from what we've set it at the beginning of our site journey together. If I click on media, this brings up a list or a grid rather of all of the pictures that we have on the website presently. It also has the PDFs that we have for like program guidelines, your bylaws, things of that nature. You can add new right here. It's self-explanatory. When you add new, you can select files or just drop them right here and they'll upload automatically. Next is Pages. This Pages brings up a list of the pages that we have on the website. And it works hierarchically, if that's how you say that word. As you can see, About, and then under that you have a little dash, Contact, dash, Our Story, dash, Press and Testimonials, etc. And so this shows, it works like a menu almost. So About is a top level menu item. And then underneath you have these 3 sub-menu items. And again, if I don't want to see comments here, because you can't comment on pages anyway. And then I'll click Apply. Next, we have the Builder. And so this brings up, in the Page Builder, you have the ability to save rows, columns, and modules. That'll make more sense once we have the tutorial on the Page Builder. The Page Builder is essentially boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes, and we'll break that down so it's easy to understand. But it also gives you the ability to save rows so you can reuse them and save different elements. And so in the Builder area, if I click here, you can see that we have some saved elements that you can use on the front end, or you can come right here and edit them as well. And here you'll see a little check mark on this global row. And you'll see this middle row is just something I use throughout the site. It's not a global row, but the partner tab info is a global row. And so if I have a global row and I update it with the Page Builder, that means that it updates everywhere throughout the entire site. Users brings up a list of all the users on the website. Right now, I'm the only one. And you can see my name, my registration email, and my role is TTR admin, 10,000 Reasons admin. And if I have the ability, I will be able to add users by clicking Add New right here. Next is menus. And here we have different menus that are used throughout the site. You shouldn't have to mess with these. We've already built them accordingly. And so this is just here in case you need to do something with it, but I don't imagine that there will be much to be able to do with it. And that's it for the dashboard. There should be more tutorials that you can access on coming soon. Not coming soon, probably just below this one.